welcome to Night Rips and another opening of 6 packs of 1995 Top Stadium Club Series 1. Now we are getting close to finishing Series 1. There's actually 3 series when it comes to 1995. There's Series 1, Series 2, and High Number. Of course, that makes up a total of 630 cards. Those 630, obviously Series 1 is the largest with 270 cards, Series 2 is 225, and the high number is 135. Now on this, what we should be getting is we should have a virtual reality card, a lot of base, and then some subsets, because they are still part of the base set. So I will go relatively quick through the base cards. Won't call them out specifically unless there's something kind of cool. One thing that will slow us down a little bit is I am noticing some of these cards are sticking, especially where it's face to face. So that will slow us down a little bit. There's Brett Barbary. So these are a nice set. You know, one of the things you'll see is you get, you know, kind of an interesting back the way the stats are. Now there is a set of parallels in here that are known as, oops, got two stuck together right here. These parallels are known as virtual reality. You know, as you know, 1994 did not complete. Okay, there we go. They did not complete the entire season because of a strike. So what they ended up doing is creating these virtual reality cards, which was basically what would have happened if the players would have played all season. So they ran them through the computers, they did simulation, and then came up with what they think would have happened. Now, would it have truly happened? Oh, there's those middle ones that kind of stick together, which unfortunately does do a little bit of damage to the cards, or a lot, like that one. Fortunately, Bob Tewksbury, I already have his card, and David Wells, so that's good. So yeah, if they would have actually happened, I don't know. Yeah, especially whenever you see some of these players, and we'll look at when we hit the inserts, we'll look at them. There's the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. We'll definitely look at those and see what they would have said. There's Greg Vaughn. This is actually one of those subsets I was mentioning before. And this is one of the what's called best seat in the house. And of course, that one kind of stuck a little bit too, not too terrible, but it did a little bit. But it just showed if you were sitting in that seat right there, what your view could look like. And this is when Greg Vaughn was still with the Brewers. There's Stan Bellina. And of course, we get this is to join the club, the Top Stadium Club, which you could buy cards. Basically, I think this one's the one you get to join for free. Let's see. Yeah, you order a 50 card set for only $10, and then you're part of the club. So it's kind of a neat thing. Okay, here's one of those virtual realities that I mentioned. This time it's Chuck Noblock. Let's take a look, because I think, yeah, he's definitely a hitter. And so what you would actually see is, like, for example, you know, the bar actually shows what his stats were for 1994, and then underneath this would be what the projected was. So, you know, he was the league leader when it came to doubles. He had hit, what was that, 29. So simulated, they're saying he's going to hit 66 doubles. Would he have? Who knows? But that's what the system did. They came up with this new way. I personally think it's kind of cool, because they did the same thing in 2021. Obviously, we had a shortened season in 2020 due to COVID. So they did the same thing, which is actually kind of neat, because 2021 Top Stadium Club was actually the 30th anniversary. Even though they didn't do it all 30 years, they did do, you know, it did kick off in 1991. So 2021 would have been its 30th year. Obviously, it missed a few years, so there's actually only 20 years of Stadium Club. Zane Smith. And the reason I know so much about that one is that actually that's part of one of my grails. Is I'm actually trying to capture all the cards, which is going to be a bit of a struggle. In total, with there is small sets. 2002, 2003, both were only 125 cards in each set, so those were the small years. But then you have 1992, which I'm actually missing one card. 1992 is the largest year of Stadium Club. It was a total of 900 cards in 3 series. So huge collection there. And again, I fortunately have pulled 299 of the 300 cards. And I'm trying to get my hands on that last one, which I can get. It's just I had one on order, and for whatever reason, it ooh, there's a huge scratch right there. Stuck in the mail somewhere. Oh, this one's cool. So we got, this one's a little bit different kind of card. So this is, looks like, yeah, it's one of the cause and effect. Again, it's another one of the subsets. In this case, it's cause and effect for Sammy Sosa. So pretty neat. And I'm trying to put those, and actually I did a horrible job last time, and I'm continuing that horrible job of not putting those special subsets to the side. So fix that. So let's see what else we can find. So we got the prospect, the draft choice cards here. So we have Ben Grieve, which actually is one of the best draft picks, since he actually was a Rookie of the Year, one of the only good ones that you could find. There's a lot of not so good draft choices. Of course, with baseball, draft choices don't mean as much. That's the insert for the virtual reality set. And there's the virtual reality card. This time it is for Cal Eldred, which, let's see, in 1994 he had 16 wins, projected 23. So pretty cool. 144 strikeouts, projected 290. So almost in the 300 club, projected. But yeah, when it comes to baseball and draft, it's not quite the same. It's not like NFL where, you got somebody high up in the draft. Not only are they definitely going to make the team, they're probably going to either play that year or the next. Depends on if they're a quarterback or not, or what the need is. When it comes to baseball, it's not quite the same. You can get drafted high and never play the game, which is unfortunate. Of course, I did drop my club membership. You should get one of these or one of the virtual reality checklists. Since it is a totally parallel checklist, it doesn't count in the base set, unlike the subsets. Now, Rojas. Okay, now this is something I definitely like to show. And it's basically, if you notice, the virtual reality card and the base card are actually the same card. The only difference is there is no, it doesn't say virtual reality. And if you look on the back, even though the picture is exactly the same, the stat blocks are actually different. You got a lot more when it comes to the base card compared to the virtual reality card. And you notice it's even a different number because the virtual reality ones are a different set. And it's not a set that I'm going to try to capture all of them. It'd be kind of difficult. There's 135 cards in that subset or that set. Right. Trying to rip through these relatively quick. There's Bob Hamlin. He was the Rookie of the Year in 1994. And of course, Bob Hamlin is the one that has the 1996 Pinnacle card that is still classified as one of the ugliest cards in baseball. And one I'm trying to get my hands on. At least trying to pull it. Obviously, you can get your hands on them. It's more fun to rip them in a pack. There's another. All right. Mark Johnson's draft pick. And we got another draft pick of Mark Ferris. Looking all, I wouldn't know what to say. Unfortunately, he never really did much. So there's Steve Avery. And of course, we have Danny Tartable virtual reality card. Good catcher, good slugger. Let's take a look. Home runs. He was the team leader for the Yankees with 25 and would have projected to 55 home runs, which is always funny to see these cards as the projections when you're seeing 50 and 60 home runs. You know, you just don't see that as much every year. You know, in the 40s, yeah, but that's about it now, especially since the juiced balls are gone. There's Eddie Murray with the Indians. Scott Sanders. Let me go ahead and flip this over. There's Jeff Fry. League leader John Franco. Great reliever. I'm not saying that because I'm a Mets fan, because obviously I'm more of a Braves fan. You know, if you see behind, and you definitely see my Pete Alonso. That was actually, it was actually in a cool break I was in. And that's one of the slabbed cards. Still waiting for the other one. Can't complain about getting a Mets random team, even though I'm a Braves fan, and it's kind of a painful, you know, no non-love of the Mets. I do appreciate him. Oh, there's Bo Jackson there with the Angels. This is definitely, I think this may actually be his last card. Yeah, obviously he didn't play as much this year. Yeah, he's only a DH really at this point. Did play some outfield, but you know, he did get hurt playing football, and it kind of shortened his career. Which is unfortunate, because who knows what could happen. There's Scott Earlton, draft pick. And we got another one of the best seats in the house. This time we've got it of Joe Carter. They're at Skydome. They're in Toronto. All right. We got another cause and effect. And of course, it's another Sammy Sosa, which is unfortunate. And I do notice that a lot in these boxes is you'll find these subsets, a lot of duplicates in the same box. We got our VR checklist and our VR card. It's time for Bob Wickman. Another pitcher for the Yankees. Projected 43 saves. Cool. All right, 2 packs to go. Haven't really pulled anything crazy out of this one yet. You know, there are some inserts in this, just a few, but you know, we have already pulled the phone card out of it. Not really going together. There's Brett Butler. Boo, Dodger. No. Don't mind the Dodgers until we're playing them. Royce Clayton. Haven't seen him in a while. Dave Henderson with the Royals. He was another athletic for a while. There's Sean Green. I do have Sean Green's rookie card. Unfortunately, he was doing well, and just I don't know, it just never panned out for him. Yeah, definitely a young card with him there. Of course, it's got damage from it. The cards being stuck together, unfortunately, and it looks like it was the conveyor on it or something was scratching some of these cards. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, these cards they're worth a lot to me because I'm trying to finish the entire set. But you know, these are not cards that you're gonna get rich on. Oh, here we go. Brett Saberhagen with the Mets there, and this is that statistical extreme card. So this is, even though it is another base card, and you can tell from the base number, it's another one of those subsets, which is pretty cool. And we've got another one of those type of cards. This time we got for Cal Ripken, and I try to remember what one it is. And it's stuck there a little bit. Now it's another one of those cause and effect cards, which is neat because you can actually see a frame by frame of what happened based on the big picture. And it even talks about the about the player, which obviously we all know who Cal Ripken is, Iron Horse himself. Eduardo Perez. Got our VR checklist. And then we've got Shane Reynolds VR. That's a pretty card right there. Just right where the gold is. That just, it framed really, really well. Of course, he had no saves in 94, but they projected 38. So I guess he was going to be a late bloomer. So last pack, let's see what we get in here. So we've had none of the clear cards. There should be one in the pack. Should be a few other cards that right now is escaping my memory, which is why I always pull up my handy dandy checklist here. Yeah, so we don't have a clear cut finest, and we don't have a super skills card either. And actually, the super skills, I don't think I have pulled any of those cards yet. And I've opened 2 boxes of this already. Now, granted, one of the boxes I opened, you know, there is a virtual reality card in every box or in every pack. But that box, there was like 1 in every 3. So it was really a bad one. We also didn't pull any phone cards out of that one, but the second box I pulled 2, so it all balanced down. It's Wilson Alvarez in your standard, let's dress up in civilian clothes type view and put you somewhere, which I don't know where he is, but it's very, very Stadium Club there. There's Cliff Floyd. And of course, we're going to have to flip over. Oh, there's Paul Molitor. Definitely a great slugger. Actually, just learned recently he's one of the ones that hit 5 hits in 1 World Series game. I think he's the only one that's ever done it. So, Danny Batista. Yeah, that would have been in the it was either late 70s, early 80s. I don't remember off the top of my head what year that was. But if anyone can remember or wants to do a Google search, because I won't do it while it's not like I have that type of screens up. I just have the checklists. Well, that's kind of a funny Al Martin. Probably put that one on a string just to put it there, because he's definitely not in the batter's box with that. But definitely a staged photo. Ugh, hate that sound. Oh, that's cool. Of course, it's not cool that right where the peanuts were, this card's damaged, but I actually have this one already. So, unfortunate. There's Jody Reed getting out the kid. Carlos Delgado. We're starting to hit our draft choices again. This time we have Brian Buckman. And we have Cade Gaspar. And we got Travis Fryman. course, our club membership. And then we have Rico Brogna for our virtual reality. Of course, there's another slugger. Let's take a look what he has. Should have actually a decent batting average. Actually, a 391. That'd been an awesome batting average. But a total of 61 home runs. So, sucks for him it didn't happen. But let's go ahead and run a quick recap. You know, obviously we got a lot of base here. And unfortunately, some of that base is kind of damaged. But we did pull one statistical extreme for Brett Saberhagen. We got 2 best seats in the house. Joe Carter and Greg Vaughn. Get this shine off. Stadium Club's always a shiny card. We did pull 3 cause and effect cards. Got the Iron Horse, Cal Ripken. And then we pulled 2 Sammy Sosas. So I'll make my choice of which one looks better to put that in my collection. We did get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 draft picks. And then we pulled these 6 virtual reality cards as we should be pulling to complete the set or work on the set. So that's it. And this is a pretty, nothing crazy in this one. Definitely some nice cards. And of course I love Stadium Club. I just love the look and feel of the cards. You know, it's definitely a little bit different type of card. You know, the pictures are more full. You've got that, you know, that definitely that borderless look to them. You know, fortunately, because the pictures are so good, you know, you get that nice shine on them, but they do stick a bit, especially these, the older ones, because they've been in these packs for over 20 years, actually over 25 years. So it's the unfortunate part of it, but I do love these cards. You know, obviously these are a little bit heavier card stock, so definitely going to be collecting more. So make sure, you know, you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that notify bell so you get notified whenever I put another video up, which I do very, very frequently. Also, if you like this video, get to hit the thumbs up button. It definitely helps the stream, helps drive people to see more, you know, cool looking cards. And if you've got any comments or you want to say anything, go ahead and drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to respond to any comments you might have, because, you know, I really, really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy talking with people who actually like these older cards. I'm not always old cards. I definitely open newer stuff too, and it might not always be baseball, but primarily will be, because, you know, baseball is the sport I played, and it's the sport that you know, I follow. So I appreciate taking the time and watching this. I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, bye now.